In this video, we are going to learn how to solve these physics exam repeated questions under the subtopic fusion and fission in elementary modern physics. So guys, we are going to practice with 17 repeated questions for this subtopic. Let's get started. The first question I have here says, a reaction in which the nucleus of an atom splits into two approximate equal parts with the release of a huge amount of energy and neutrons is what? So we have option A, energy quantization, option B, nuclear fusion, option C, radioactivity, option D, nuclear fission. So guys, the right option to this question is option D, which is what? Nuclear fission. Very, very important. The next repeated question will be this one. It says, the graphite rods surrounding the uranium fuel rods in a nuclear reactor are used to, option A, we have absorb the neutrons and hence halt the nuclear process. B, slow down the neutrons and hence slow up the nuclear process. C, create the neutrons and hence slow up the nuclear process. D, speed up the neutrons and hence speed up the nuclear process. So guys, the right option to this question is option B, which is slow down the neutrons and hence slow up the nuclear process. So B is the right option to this question. Okay, the next repeated question will be this one. It says, which of the following is used to slow down fast moving neutrons in a nuclear reactor? We have carbon dioxide gas, graphite block, concrete shield, boron rods. So the right option to this question is option B, which is graphite block. Okay, the next question is this one. It says the graphite rods surrounding the uranium fuel rods in the nuclear reactor are used to. So I think we have answered this question before. Yeah, I think that was question 2. So the right option here will be this option A, which is it's used to slow down the neutrons and hence slow down the nuclear process. Okay, so take note of this particular question. The next repeated one will be this one. It says the process of energy production in the sun is. So this is obvious question. We have radioactivity decay, no nuclear fusion. Yes, that's the answer. Nuclear fusion is not electron collision, it's not nuclear fission, rather nuclear fusion. Okay, so option B is the answer to this question. The next one will be this one. It says one of the features of the fission process is that neutrons are not released, each products are not radioactive. The sum of the masses of the reactants equals the sum of masses of the products. It leads to chain reaction. So the right option is option D, which is it leads to chain reaction. The next question will be this one. It says the particle that is responsible for nuclear fission in a nuclear reactor is. We have proton, electron, photon, neutron. So the right option is option D, which is neutron. Take note of this question, guys. The next one will be this one. It says which process is responsible for production of energy in stars? Still nuclear fusion. The different version of this question we saw was about sun. Okay, production of energy in sun. Nuclear fusion does that. The same thing is also applicable to production of energy in stars. Nuclear fusion also does this. Okay, so the right option here is option A, which is nuclear fusion. Take note of it. The next question will be this one. So guys, before we attempt this question, if you are new to our channel, ensure that you are subscribed to this channel now for more of our videos. Really appreciate this, guys. So the question says, what type of reaction is represented by the equation below? So guys, once you are seeing this kind of equation and you are seeing it ending with this energy, just know that this is fusion reaction. Alright, so the right option to this question is option D, which is fusion. Okay, so next question will be this one. It says what type of reaction is represented by the equation above? Still fusion. Okay, option D is the right answer. They repeated it. Next question will be this one. It says in the nuclear reaction above, the product denoted by X is a helium particle, an alpha particle, a gamma ray, a proton. So guys, take note of this question. The right option is option A, which is a helium particle. The next question will be this one. It says which statement describes nuclear fusion? Two helium nuclei join to form a hydrogen nucleus. Two hydrogen nuclei join to form a helium nucleus. A helium nucleus joins with a hydrogen nucleus to form an alpha particle. Uranium nuclei split and produce high energy neutrons, causing a chain reaction. So guys, the right option this question will be option B, which is two hydrogen nuclei joined to form a helium nucleus. Very, very important. The next question will be this one. It says, which of the statements above are correct about nuclear fission? So we have the idea, the number of neutrons released exceeds the number that cause the fission. That's correct. There is loss of mass. That's correct. Energy is produced. That's also correct. Smaller nuclear mass to form larger nuclear. That's wrong. So the right option to this question is option C, which is I, and I only. The next question will be this one. It says the energy in the nucleus of atoms produce heat which can be used to generate. So this is a simple question. Is electrical energy, which is what option D. Alright. Next question will be this one. It says which of the following is a process that is used to generate electricity in nuclear power plants? Okay, so we have nuclear fission, we have nuclear fission, nuclear decay, nuclear transmutation. So the right option is option B, which is nuclear fission. Alright, take note of this question. Next question will be this one. It says what type of reaction is represented by the equation? So this is fusion reaction because of this energy here at the end of the equation. So the last question before I end this video will be this one. It says which of the following are produced after a nuclear fusion process? We have one heavy nucleus, we have neutrons, protons, energy. So the right option this question will be option C, which is high. We have one heavy nucleus, neutrons, protons, and energy. So the right option this question will be option C, which is one heavy nucleus and energy. That's the right options there. Okay, so this basically can do problems involving fission and fusion in your elementary modern physics. We practice with 70 repeated questions for this subtopic. Hope you learned something interesting. Let's call it a video, guys. If you are new to our channel, once more ensure that you are subscribed to this channel by hitting the subscribe button for more of our videos. Also like, share, and comment on this video. Let me know how you feel for what I learned from this video. If you seem to have any specific questions to ask regarding what I've talked about in this video, feel free to leave your question at the comment section below and I'll ensure to give you a response. Also ensure that you're part of the channel membership by clicking on the join button, where you'll be getting special information that will help to simplify your academic problem. Alright, so having done that, click on the screen above and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.